The Pittsburgh Steelers are no longer undefeated, and this was brewing for a while. Pittsburgh's record might have been perfect, but the Steelers, anything but. Pittsburgh looked terrible yesterday afternoon, especially in the second half. 3 points. 3 points. The defense was terrible. The offense was worse. Horrible play selection. Are you kidding me? 4th and 1, shotgun, a throw to Anthony McFarland Jr.? That's about as bad as it gets. Coach Randy, as Big Ben calls the offensive coordinator, was atrocious. Awful dialing up plays. The receivers dropping passes left and right. This continues to be a major issue in terms of the yips. And the Pittsburgh Steelers can't run the damn ball a lick. And we said before the season started, this was the worst running back room in the league. It is the worst running back room in the league. And yes, James Conner was on the COVID list and he didn't play. This is why we begged Mike Tomlin's team to improve the backup running back position. And the team didn't respond to Tomlin. You know, he called them junior varsity after the Baltimore win. He said the red zone issues and the drops, it was a result of us sucking. And the team didn't respond. And spoiler alert, the team's going to lose again. And then again. And then again. Buffalo's beating Pittsburgh. Indianapolis is beating Pittsburgh. And I'm telling you, the Browns are better in the trenches. And don't be surprised when Cleveland beats Pittsburgh. Understand the Steelers are 11-1. Mike Tomlin deserves a ton of credit. The team has overachieved all year. And because they lost to an NFC team as opposed to the Chiefs who lost to the Raiders, they're technically still in first place in terms of the 1 seed, which is bigger than ever based upon only one team getting a bye in each conference with the extra playoff team. But listen, the Pittsburgh Steelers, we've been screaming it all year. I didn't care what their record said. There is no way the Pittsburgh Steelers are winning the Super Bowl this season. How about Alex Smith? My goodness. This is the story of the year in the National Football League. I never thought we were going to see Alex Smith play again. He almost had his leg amputated, 17 surgeries. And for him to not only play, but to dominate, to lead the football team to a victory in Pittsburgh, wow. And Alex Smith, through his outstanding career, you know I love Alex Smith. He's a winner. He's a game manager. He's a great player. He's usually not built for the comeback. He was chucking it all over the yard. Threw it 46 times. You got to remember, Antonio Gibson, the outstanding young running back, he got hurt for Ron Rivera's team, and he couldn't go in the second half of this one. Ron Rivera battling cancer. What a story. He's amazing. Epitome of toughness. Alex Smith, epitome of toughness. This Washington defense, tough as nails. Credit Jack Del Rio. Credit Chase Young. Chase Young is an absolute superstar. He was tormenting Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers all night long. And hey, the Washington football team has a great opportunity to make the postseason. It's wild. The New York Giants are alive. The football team is alive. And there is a very realistic chance here that both these teams can finish the season 8-8. I mean, it's crazy. I thought the Giants had the win of the year. Seriously, even more impressive than what Washington did against Pittsburgh. I never in a million years thought the Colt McCoy-led Giants could go on the road and beat the Seattle Seahawks, but we're going to have some fun. No, really, fun in the NFC East. I mean, look at these schedules. I mean, these games are winnable, but then again, the Giants and the football team are certainly flawed. I think there's a realistic chance that both of these teams can win 3 of their final 4 games, which is remarkable. And wow, that would be amazing. It would save face in terms of having a division winner in the worst division in the history of the NFL at least finish 8-8. But my goodness, think of everything that this organization has been through. Daniel Snyder, Jay Gruden, Bruce Allen, all the issues, all the scandal, all the negativity. For the first time in a lifetime, Washington is likable. That's Alex Smith. That's Ron Rivera. And you just love to see it for this fan base that has been through everything. Rough night for the haters. Remember the haters, the dopes, the fools, the media elite, the Twitter tough guys trying to tell me that my guy Josh Allen wasn't worthy of a high pick in the draft, that he wasn't an MVP candidate, and he wasn't a star? Oh, I'd say I feel sorry for those dopes, but I don't. My guy Josh Allen, look at these throws. Put on an absolute show. I mean, he lit up a well-coached San Francisco 49er defense. Accurate missiles left and right. 32 of 40, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 375 yards. Repeat after me. Josh Allen is a star. Josh Allen is a franchise quarterback. And I give the Buffalo Bills a ton of credit. Imagine this concept. Surrounding their star franchise young quarterback with the right pieces. Cole Beasley, what a performance. Love when they made the draft pick of Gabe Davis, who Josh Allen loves, and Stephon Diggs. This is what you do. You trade for a WR1, a number 1 wide receiver, to make sure that your young stud can thrive. Brian Daboll was phenomenal calling the plays, the Bills offensive coordinator. Let me tell you something right now. We said before the season, Buffalo's winning the division. We said before the season, Josh Allen's going to be entrenched as a superstar. We said before the season, Buffalo is going to win a home playoff game. Let me tell you, other than Kansas City, I think Buffalo, including Pittsburgh, and Buffalo's going to beat Pittsburgh, obviously, on Sunday night. Buffalo can beat anyone in the AFC other than the Kansas City Chiefs this postseason. I am so thrilled for the Bills. So thrilled for Bills Mafia, the amazing fans in lovely Western New York, and Josh Allen, his work ethic, his likability, his athleticism, his arm. My guy, Josh Allen. Repeat after me. Josh Allen, superstar. This is simply a question that was posed on email from our producer, the great Malcolm Cone Coleman. Are the Raiders good? Hell if I know. Listen. Here's the deal when it comes to the Raiders. The record is impressive. The last 2 weeks, including the Jet game, and every Raider fan should send a Christmas card to the now fired Greg Williams, and the week before, the debacle against Atlanta, the Raiders have been an atrocious football team. Now, I picked them preseason to make the playoffs, and I absolutely believed in this team, but they right now are playing down to their competition. We will find out if this team is a genuinely good squad this week against the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, at this stage, it's tough to scream that they're reliable. We've seen them be good. They've had moments, look at the games against Kansas City, where they've been great. I mean, even in the second game that they lost, they outplayed Kansas City and could have won if it wasn't for the genius of Patrick Mahomes. I refuse to answer this question. I don't have a good feel about the Raiders right now. We're going to find out if they're a good football team this weekend on CBS. The Philadelphia Eagles are rightly going to go to the bullpen. Jalen Hurts is the new starting quarterback for Philadelphia. Adam Schefter and Chris Mortensen of ESPN broke that story. Is this the right time to start Jalen Hurts? Well, first of all, the right time was when we called for it on Time to Shine, right after Carson Wentz's debacle against the New York Football Giants. We said it a few weeks ago. And based upon how Hurts was able to inspire and Wentz was a complete and utter dud, this became an absolute no-brainer. Carson Wentz, a nondescript, awful 6 for 15. Carson Wentz is broken, and the person who deserves in-season blame is Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson's going to lose his job. We've been talking about this for a while, for the way he has handled Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz needs to sit. He needs to breathe. Listen, I am on record in the past calling Carson Wentz a star. He won't forget what happened in 2017 before he ripped up his knee, or how he carried the Eagles 365 days ago, 4-0 in December against the NFC East with a ragtag group, how he carried them to the playoffs. This year he's been atrocious. He gets sacked left and right. A lot of that is on him. He runs into his own offensive line. He's very indecisive. He right now is broken mentally. Jalen Hurts, I loved him in the draft process. Hated him for Philadelphia because it was going to equal the end of Carson Wentz. We first guessed that right after the NFL draft. And even before the draft, Hurts starting is a no-brainer. It's going to be tough in terms of execution against New Orleans, but it's not about the competition. This was a no-brainer. Doug Peterson, he didn't want to make this move. I'm sure Howie Roseman, I'm sure Jeff Lurie, they were instrumental in this. I love Jalen Hurts. I think that he is going to inspire. You saw that over the weekend on CBS against Green Bay. And I'm telling you right now, Wentz is broken. This needed to happen as we first guessed a few weeks ago. I'm still not over what we witnessed against Seattle. The fact that he started that game and then that he started the Green Bay game as well. Terrible job by Doug Peterson. Is tonight the start of the Baltimore Ravens' march to the postseason? Boy, I don't have a great feeling about the Ravens this year. Now, they'll beat the Cowboys, right? Everybody beats the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy, Ezekiel Elliott, is it too much to ask them to look like a professional football team? I mean, look right there at the bottom of the screen. Currently, number 9 in the AFC. The Giants game doesn't feel as easy as it once did. I've been screaming for a while the Browns game scares the heck out of me from a Baltimore perspective. I think Lamar Jackson should light up the Dallas Cowboys. Now, remember, he's coming off the COVID list. Let's see if he's rusty. Let's see if he's healthy. You know, in theory, this is a great matchup for Lamar Jackson. He should throw a couple of touchdowns. He should get Hollywood Brown, who's been stuck in the mud, involved. And the good thing for Baltimore and Lamar, the running backs are back. Mark Ingram was on the COVID list. J.K. Dobbins was on the COVID list. I think that Dobbins should be the featured back. I think J.K. Dobbins should absolutely positively dominate tonight against the Dallas Cowboys, and I think that he will. I want to see how Lamar looks. And also, that game against Cleveland, boy, I cannot call that a victory in any way, shape, or form for the Baltimore Ravens. We talked it out on a Tuesday. I feel better about things.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.